Cognitive overload. Cognitive overload. I'm thinking way too much about devices in my life that are outside of my control. Why? I don't know. If you don't know what this is Talking Tough, a digital diary where I share my actual thoughts to promote you, prompt you, push you, pull you to be able to do so too. At the moment, I'm sitting at my desk with the light beaming on my face, and I'm using a mic that I haven't used in a while. I'm saying this because before this, I was thinking to myself, should I go record? Should I go record content outside at the nature park in Elmer Nature Park in Mansfield, Texas, like I did yesterday? Should I change my whole strategy in the morning to where I pray and then I write and then I go and then I go to the gym? Should I change my morning routine? Am I doing it right? There's no room for freedom if you are stuck to one mode. I say this because last week during my diary, I talked about being free and having liberation to try different things. Yes. But I found that sometimes when you open that door for a mind that craves routine, who's to say that this routine is the most effective? Then I ask myself, who's to say it isn't? Then I ask myself, why is it a curse word for you to have fun? It's not even funny, obviously. But if somebody was to tell me, bro, relax, have fun, I'd be like, what you talking about, bro? Relax. I'm grinding. I'm working. I'm ambitious. I'm studious. But it's a deeper question. And to get to the root, if I feel like I stop working, ambition, proving, do I feel like I'm a failure? Do I think that I'm failing? If you're not careful, my personality will be postured, puffed up past my surrender. I'm not meant to know everything in life and how things are going to play out. I'm not meant to like I'm going to New York later in the month. And I want to live in New York. I want to live in that place. I'm so inspired by other people doing amazing things and stimulated by people. I like that. And in a place that's walkable to where you can get to another side, to another culture in seconds. I love that. In Dallas, you got to drive everywhere and it takes time. And there's trade-offs, but for me, my personality in this stage of my life, I always saw myself there or in LA. I've talked about it. So I'm going there at the end of the month, and I do not know why I'm going. There's a brand event with Meta and Samsung. Yes, I'm going for that, but I do not know why I'm going. I have a friend that stays there. I'm going to see her too. But it's a craving to go inside of you to develop and to explore. But then the other side of me is like, bro, you got to have X, Y, Z planned out. You got to have everything planned to go. So when the situation comes, you're ready to strike. And I know that's the truth because a lot of times my personality and who I am and God works, obviously, he'll put me in rooms to where it's like, oh, I just got to be in the room. I just got to be in the available. I just got to be in the vicinity. And so knowing that and how God has worked in the past, it's almost like there's a pressure I'm placing on myself to have everything figured out. I'm expecting. So God, show it to me, which is allowing me now to be like, why am I taking so much time on this? I should be doing this. I should be doing this. I should be doing this. It's almost like the essence of everything I'm doing is to be able to have conversations, not only with myself, but with you and with a guest, to explore the real stories, the behind the jersey stories, the behind the corporate stories, the behind the facade stories, to be able to share with each other. That's the whole premise of why I started. And so short form content was never my thing. It was always to be able to have space to process our emotions together. Because even me, I have trouble challenging myself to actually sit down and speak about my emotions and my thoughts. Because now when you do something for a couple of years since 2021, it's not performative because this is who I am, but it's not as deep in depth as it can be. Or sometimes I wish that there was another person here so I can benefit, because I'm always asking my question. I'm like, and I do benefit, don't get me wrong, but I'm always asking myself the question, did I go deep enough? Am I asking myself the right questions? Is somebody on the other side of this screen that's listening to this while they're working out, while they're running, while they're sweating tons? Do they see me? Are they understanding? Can they connect with this? Do they see themselves in this? And I always want to be a solution to the problems that people in the world are having. Like this morning, I got on my TikTok and I posted a video about how do you forgive and how do you let go? And the seconds after that, I never gave myself time to even think about the question. I'm like, okay, I got to have a solution. I got to have a solution. I got to have something to say. I got to have something to say. And then what I had to say, it's like, that's not good enough. I gotta. It's like, bro, that's exhausting. I'm not a robot, bro. And so I guess I'm learning in this stage of my life that it's okay to breathe. It's okay to process. It's okay to ask yourself the questions that have gone unasked, even when you feel like you've asked yourself a lot. It's okay to not be so ambitious and think that when people tell you to have fun, it's not a curse word. And the deeper part of that is you are trying to control your life. Joy, love, peace, patience, kindness, goodness, faithfulness, gentleness, self-control are the fruits of the Spirit. And so it's not just ambition and drive and go. No, there's a joy, but there is a joy in working. That's what the ambitious side of me will say, but there's a joy in surrendering. And I asked myself yesterday, because I was in the park and I felt amazing because I was recording and I was exploring my thoughts, free of outside external influence from the social media on what people feedback. And like, bro, I never started for that. But I know that without even studying the feedback, I know that God is speaking through me to you and to people all over the world. And so that's the balancing act. And I do find that I want to develop myself more to be able to tell my story. I feel like I do, but I just want to figure out more about my own story and more of what I thought back then and how I felt back then and how I acted back then, and how do I tie that to help somebody right now? If we're overcome by the blood of the Lamb, the word of our testimony, how do I stand to testify about everything that God has helped me overcome in this life? It's more than just the sexual assault. It's more than just the suicidal ideation. It's more than just coloring my belief system on if I'm valuable in a game or not. It's more than that. It's being able to notice the details and the small things that we deem small but are huge when they build up. And so that's why when I speak like this, I think to myself, I'm born to do this. I'm born to communicate because there's a fire that's growing inside of me that makes me want to go record right now. So I'll talk to you later.